Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite final girls in horror films. Yes, welcome to another Halloween themed video. And yes, I'm so glad it's October and I get to talk about some Halloween stuff and some fucking horror movies. Yes! And I thought I'd talk about final girls. If you don't know what a final girl is, then I don't think you've watched many horror films, but pretty much a final girl is pretty much the main character of the movie. And she's usually the last person to either survive or does survive, or the other person that does survive in the horror film. She's basically the person who goes toe-to-toe with the killer or spirit or whatever they're battling and stuff. She's basically the main character, the person you, root for and stuff, and she's basically the one that survives at the ending and stuff. She's the final girl. Everyone should know what a final girl is, and there's a lot of great final girls. There's a lot of bad final girls, like Julie from I Know What You Did Last Summer, as I talked about my thoughts on I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's a shitty final girl. But there's a lot of really cool, very compelling, really badass final girls that I'd love to talk about and just give my opinions on. And again, all my opinion. If you have a different favorite final girl, that's cool. It's all opinions, all subjective. So yeah, let's get to it. And as always, before top 10 lists, you gotta have your honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are Sally from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ginny from Friday the 13th Part 2, Kirsty from Hellraiser, Alice from Nightmare on Elm Street, The Dream Master, and Jess from Black Christmas. A lot of people love Jess. The reason I don't love her, I think she's a good, interesting character, but the fact that you don't know anything about her by the ending of the film and it's left open to interpretation, it almost kind of questions if she is a final girl or not. So, yeah. Still a good character, just give me the top 10 list. But my top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is Jay Height from It Follows. Yes, played by Maika Monroe, an actress I love. Anytime she does like horror or thrillers, I love Maika Monroe. She's fantastic in this film. She steals every scene in the film. I love this movie. The more and more I watch of It Follows, the more creepy and unsettling this film is. It is so creepy, it's so atmospheric, and the fact that anything can be this demon or this thing that's after them, it could be anywhere. Anyone who's like walking beside you or anything could be this thing, and it could kill you at the snap of a finger. And it's terrifying, it's creepy as shit. It's all like an undertone for like STDs and stuff and premarital sex and all that shit. It's all metaphorical and stuff, and it's a great film. And I think Jay, I like to call him Jay because my name's Jay too. So yeah, a little bit of a bias. We're both named Jay. Go Jay. I would never survive in a horror film. Just saying. But still, I think she's a great character, and she's very determined and stuff. She's a horny teenager. She kind of admits and stuff, and she sleeps with this dude, and she gets this like disease and stuff, and this thing is after her, and she tries to outthink it and outbeat it, and she knows she can't, so she passes it on to someone else and stuff. And yeah, she's like, oh fuck that shit, but then it goes back to her and everything, and the ways they figured out how to beat and everything is really clever and stuff, and the movie is left open to see if they actually did beat it or not, but I think she's a very interesting character, and she's a character you do root for, because she feels like a real, humane character, and she's just like, she's a college kid, and she did a fling and stuff. Everyone does a fling and everything. They don't deserve to die for it, but she fights hard, she tries to outthink it, and I think she's a great character, and she's a great actress, and she's one of my favorite final girls. Coming in number 9 is Dana from The Cabin in the Woods. I never thought she was even in my top 10 list. For years, actually. I've always loved Cabin in the Woods. But I always thought Marty was the best character. Everyone thinks Marty is the best character. Oh, it's fucking Marty. It's the stoner that outthinks the system. This is a great character. It's Fran Kranz from Dollhouse. He was always the best character, and he still is the best character. But the more I think about it, I think Dana is a good character, too. She gets labeled as the final girl, the virgin who dies last, or is very optional, the death. Sometimes she doesn't have to die, she just has to suffer and everything. But then her and Marty go down to, the underground system, and they release the monsters and stuff, and I think she does get very brave and stuff, and she is, heartbroken and pissed off that they're the ones that are chosen for the sacrifice. And yeah, she's the one who's like, yeah, fuck it, release these monsters and fuck these people and stuff. And she's the only one that does try to kill Marty, because Marty, that's the one thing about Marty's decision at the ending. It's fucked up as that ending is. It's all Marty's fault, because Marty's like, how about the world just end because we need a change? And then Dana's like, puts the gun at him. She's like, how about no? There's a lot of children and innocent people that are about to die, and she almost kills Marty. And honestly, she probably should have. She probably should have shot better, but then she didn't look behind her because there was a werewolf behind her. But still, she actually tries in the end to do the right thing and stuff. Even though she didn't want to kill her friend, she still tries to do the right thing, which makes her a good, interesting character. Even though she has her wits' end, but she tries to do the right thing and stuff. And I think Dana is a good character. I thought Kristen Connolly did a very, very good job, and she did a much better job in this movie than she did in The Happening, but yeah, I think she was great, and I think she's a very good final girl. Coming in number 8 is Gale Weathers from the Scream franchise. Yes, Scream is interesting because there's 2 final girls in the Scream franchise. That's Gale and Sydney. Sydney's higher on the list, but Gale is a great character. She's a news reporter who comes off very unlikable in the first film because basically she's siding with Cotton Weary, and Cotton Weary's in life in prison for killing Sydney's mother, Maureen Prescott, and she believes that she falsely identified him. And she's like, she wants to get the scoop, she wants to find out what the truth is and everything, and sometimes she's a little harsh. That's why she gets decked in the face by Sydney. Great scene, by the way. And I do like her character. I like that she has balls. She'll do what it takes to get the scoop and everything. She even puts the gun at Billings too. She's like, step upon you dipshits and stuff. Like, she has guts. More guts than Dewey does. And I love her in Scream 2. I think she's very, I think she's ballsy and stuff. I love that she's straight up investigating and everything. And I think her relationship with Dewey was much stronger in Scream 2 and everything. And yeah, she's a survivor. She's a really good survivor and stuff, and she knows her films, she knows her reporting, and I love Gale Weathers. I think she's played awesome by Courtney Cox, and yeah, she's a great character. Coming in number 7 is another Maika Monroe performance, and that's Anna from The Guest. Yes, I love Anna. I think she's a great character. Yes, Dan Stevens as David is the best character. He's so crazy and insane, but you just can't help but like love watching him and kind of root for him and stuff because he's just so charming and so great. This movie's amazing. It's Anne Wingard's best movie. It's so well directed. The music is so good. It's so thrilling and edgy. It's very horror elements, but also action elements in it too. Anna's a great character. She right away she's very attracted to David, but she doesn't fall for his bullshit and stuff. She knows there's something up with him. There's something wrong with this guy. He needs to get the fuck out of our house and stuff. And yeah, she just fucking, she says screw it. She takes him on. The very ending, this is a very specially trained soldier and stuff who's had experiments done to him, but she does not care. She will fight his ass and stuff, and I love it. I think she's a great character, very knowledgeable character, and yeah, I love her. Do you love her too, Leia? Hey you. You got your ass in the air. What are you doing? She likes her too. But number 6 is probably the most underrated final girl, and that's Maddie from Hush. Hush is directed by Mike Flanagan, and this is my favorite Mike Flanagan movie. I think this is a great movie. It was on Netflix. Netflix movie. It's so great. It's just a straight cat and mouse horror thriller with John Gallagher Jr. and Kay Siegel. Kay Siegel plays Maddie, this deaf girl. She's a writer. She writes all these novels. She writes in this like cabin in the woods in the middle of nowhere and stuff where no one could bother her. And basically this hunter guy who like loves to hunt and kill people just because he gets the thrill of it and stuff. He kills her neighbor, and then he like starts hunting her because it's fun for him because she's deaf in it, and he thinks it's like an easy target. But it's not as easy as he thought it would be because they like basically have to take each other on stuff. She won't let him in the house and everything, and it begins a really awesome, very entertaining 82-minute film, and I love it. I love this movie. Every October I watch this movie like 3 or 4 times. I think it's so great, so thrilling, so well acted, so well structured. I think it's so good, and I love this character. Kay Siegel, she plays the role so well. I actually thought she was a deaf actress. Like, she just plays the role so freaking well. She's so great, she's so badass, and I just fucking love her. Coming in number 5 is Sydney Prescott from the Scream franchise. I love Gale as much as I love Gale. Sydney is the true hero, and she's the true final girl, and she's badass. She's great. She's one of the best final girls. she holds her own. Even though she does cry, she does scream and stuff, but she mocks like the final girl. She's like, she even mocks horror movies. Like in the first one, she's like, the horror movies are stupid and stuff. It's all a bunch of girls who with big breasts who can't act, and they always run up the stairs instead of running out the front door and stuff. And then she does the same thing. It's super funny. But I love Cindy because she always kills the killers in the movies. She like holds no bounds, man. She kills both Billy and Stu. She kills them both, wipes them out, and she has her badass. I think her most badass moment is in Scream 2, and with Mickey and stuff. And she's like, you forgot one thing about Billy. I fucking killed him, and she like whips him with the necklace. Such a badass moment and stuff. And yeah, she's great. The way she wipes out all these killers and stuff, even her own freaking cousin in Scream 4, don't fuck with the original. Just so badass, and it's just Nev Campbell. She's so great. Coming in number 4 is a character I thought would be like my number 1 and my number 2, but the more I think about it, she's still a great character. I still love her, but I think this is a good spot for her. Number 4 is Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. She's in Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I love Nancy as a character. I love how relatable she is to a lot of people. I think she's a very brave character. I like in the original that she tries to like take Freddy Krueger out of the dream world and bring him into the real world so she can just take his ass out. She's very determined, but she's also very fearful. She's very scared. But you root for her. You care for her. I like her in Dream Warriors, but she was a huge standout in the original. I love her in the original, and I think Heather Langenkamp's performance is super good. I love her in Wes Craven's New Nightmare as well, because it's Heather Langenkamp herself playing the role of Nancy. It's not really Nancy, it's just Heather herself. So I don't know if you can really count that, but Nancy was always like one of my favorite final girls, because I love Nightmare on Elm Street so much. And when a lot of people said, like, who's your favorite final girl, I listed Nancy, or my number 1. But, like, now thinking about it, I think there are a couple other better final girls who just hold their own a little more, but I still think Nancy is a great character. And she's definitely one of the most iconic final girls, and I still love Nancy. Coming in number 3 is Laurie Strode from the Halloween franchise. I always thought Nancy was a better final girl than Laurie. For some reason, I never thought Laurie Strode was a better character than Nancy. I thought Nancy was more interesting. I thought Heather Langenkamp was a better actress. I always thought I just loved rooting for Nancy more than Laurie. However, when I rewatched the Nightmare on Elm Street movies just this past year with the Halloween movies, I realized Laurie Strode does go through a lot. I think she is a more interesting character in a way. I think she has a better arc too. Especially in H2O when she battles a lot of demons and stuff, and she actually goes toe-to-toe with her own brother and ends up killing him in my version, obviously, because Resurrection doesn't exist in my head. It just, from the trailers alone for the new Halloween movie, Laurie Strode looks like a fucking badass again, so I think Laurie Strode is just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more of a badass than Nancy, but I still love both. They're both great. Number 2 is easily the most badass out of the badass. She is just so cool, so kick-ass. One of the best final girls ever. It's Erin from Your Next. This chick is awesome. Awesome. Even people who don't like this movie, they fucking love Erin. They think she is so kick-ass. I fucking love Erin. I think she's so great. Almost every character dies in like the first act. The whole movie is just her against the killers. Killers. It's not just one. There's more than one. And it's her going toe-to-toe with them, and it's just a fight for the death. And it's just a straight-up match, and it's just so badass and awesome. That's why I love Your Next. Your Next is not an amazing film, but it is a super fun slasher film. And a lot of that is because of Adam Wingard's direction and fucking Erin. Erin's just so great. I can't help but love Erin. I can't say anything bad about Erin. I think she's so great. And my number 1 favorite final girl in a horror film is obviously my favorite female character in any movie. That's Ellen Ripley from Alien/Aliens. Not Alien 3 or Alien Resurrection. Ugh. She's great. It's Ellen Ripley. She's a great character. She's the most logical character. In the first Alien, she already knew there was a problem. She already knew not to bring that facehugger in, not to go out there and stuff. She's the only person who questioned Ash and his judgment and stuff. And she's the only one that lives because she's the only logical person. She is a survivor. She is a smart and very logical character. That's why I love her so much in Alien. And I love Alien as a movie. I think it's a fantastic film. You bitch! Aliens, she's even more of a badass. She knows more about the xenomorphs. She wants to protect Newt. She wants to protect all these soldiers and stuff. And she even goes toe-to-toe with the alien queen. Get away from her, you bitch! It's so good. And Aliens is the proper ending to the franchise. Alien 3 just ruins the greatness that is Aliens, but still. I digress. She's just a great, great character. She was nominated for an Oscar for Aliens. That's how awesome she is. And Sigourney Weaver just is such a great actress, and she brings alive this amazing, compelling, sympathetic, badass of a character that is Ellen Ripley, who is like one of my favorite, probably like my favorite female character in a film, and she's easily the best final girl in any horror film. So yeah, that's my top 10 favorite final girls in horror films. So in the comment section below, please tell me what are your top 10, or just who is your favorite final girl in a horror film. Give me your thoughts and opinions, comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.